Hello and welcome to this Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. Wanted to start right at the bottom of the hour, 5:30 a.m. Central Time. That didn't work out. That's okay. Cloudy outside. Day is breaking. Dawn is breaking. This morning we have Royal Canadian Club 1858 original. Now this is the 6-year. See it sit well. You can see over the glare. Age 6 years. No longer produced. Been replaced by the 5-year version. Expression. But you may still see the 6-year around because I know a store that has a bunch of it left. I know one store that has a bunch of it, but there are stores like that in probably every town that have a bunch of old stuff. So you might find it. Might find it. I've got about half the bottle left. And do a lot of taste challenges with it. You hear that fan running in the background. I have it running because the air conditioner broke last night. You know, the central AC. Don't want to bore you with the story. It was cooling so well. In fact, if you sat here, it would kind of freeze you. I mean, it kind of make you feel a little uncomfortably cold because the compressor's right out there. But it just compressor broke. Well, it is a 1991 Ream AC, so figure 27 years old, it's going to break eventually. But wasn't looking to buy a brand new air conditioner unit. Hoping not to have to do that. But these are the kind of things that are going to happen, so it's a good idea to have a savings account, right? Oh well. So I'm trying to stay a little bit cool. Not really. At least it was so humid. It's so humid outside. It's so humid. I was in Georgia last week, and John and Nille said, "Boy, the humidity's bad, isn't it?" And I said, "Doesn't seem too bad to me. It was hot. We were walking northbound on U.S. Highway 41 towards the baseball stadium on the sidewalk." I said, "No, it doesn't seem too bad." I said, "Louisiana's much worse." Now, he had come to Louisiana once in November. It can be a lot lower in November, especially if you have a dry cold front that comes through. But right now, it's so much worse than what Georgia gets, from my experience. Okay, gold and gold. I don't see much of a difference in appearance, honestly. But yeah, when I got up this morning at 2:45, that's why people will say, "Why are you drinking beer so early?" Yeah, but when you wake up at 2:45, 8 o'clock in the morning is midday, right? I mean, of course, when you make a habit of waking up that early, you lay down, you sit down in a easy chair, you lay down to watch a baseball game at 7 o'clock at night. It's still daylight outside in the summer because of the daylight savings time, and you'd be noticing that you're falling asleep. So there's a trade-off. I don't think this is going to be too much of a challenge. I think the Canadian Club is going to have more of that. I noticed in the past that honeycomb, it's like a honeycomb, honey aroma and flavor, whereas the Royal Canadian is made, from what I can tell, they make it more like a American style blended whiskey, just straight whiskey taste, corn distillate and whiskey. Whereas a lot of these Canadian ones are exotic and even more exotic. My Samsung AC broke too. Damn thing, I barely use it. Gives me headaches. You barely used it. Well, mine's been used a lot because in Louisiana, you're going to use it a lot. But I don't use it as much as some people. I mean, a lot of people on this street, if it gets the slightest bit warm, they just cutting on the AC. They just Never have the windows open for fresh air. I don't know why. But I will usually have the windows open, you know. It'll be humid, of course, but it might be kind of coolish. I'm not one to just be always inside with AC running. But it is nice to have it working. See, the fan outside's running, but the compressor won't cut on, you know. So, happened to my refrigerator, that RCA refrigerator. I could hear the fan running, but I could tell the compressor didn't come on, and it was hot in the fridge. I said, "Oh, that's it." So I went to the Home Depot and bought a new one, Hot Point, I think it's called. It's like or LG something, I don't remember. Yeah, one of their brands. About probably going on 10 years. I'd have to check my records. It's been a while. It's still running fine, you know, but those refrigerators, sometimes they might last 25 years. Sometimes they don't. Fresh, sir, is the best AC, says Valentin George. I agree with that. Now, that washer and dryer I have back there outside, well, utility room, they're from 1990. I hope I can go 2 more years and say I had them for 30 years. They're still working. 10 more. So if I could get 30 years, I mean, who would complain? This AC out here, I'm going to call the air conditioner guy sometime today and tell him, well, hey, that's it, Max. It's over. You're going to have to come change it. It's gone. It won't come on. I'm sure he'll be happy. Okay. If you are a repairman, other people's misfortune is your fortune, right? Car repair, appliance. Leaky roof. Okay. I think this one has a burn and it smells like sourdough bread. So that's making me think it's Royal Canadian, which is like a lot of corn, just a whiskey aroma. My daughter made that bad face, you know, when we did the solo review of it. I mean, we were together, but we reviewed that only. It was a dual review of a solo product, of a single product. And then she admitted, well, it doesn't taste bad per se. It just doesn't have any taste. And she's used to drinking like pretty high quality bourbons. So it would just seem like nothing. I didn't dislike it like she did, although I wasn't overjoyed with it. But I could see how Royal Canadian could appeal to some people that like those simple flavors. Oh, yeah. Now, you see, this one has the honeycomb right off the bat. I don't know. You know, they're not using honey in it, okay? Whatever flavoring they use in Canadian Club is some kind of distilled spirit. Maybe it's rum. I mean, I've never had rum, but maybe it's some kind of rum that gives it that honey-like sweetness. And does it smell exactly like honey? It does not smell exactly like honey. But I don't know how to describe it. Well, you know, it's like if you're not smelling it, you don't know, but I'm saying like honey. I'm trying to give a close approximation. I don't really know what the aroma is. But it's something along those lines. Okay, let's go with the taste. I know already what it is. I'm telling you, this is Royal Canadian, and that's Canadian Club. And for breakfast, I made little toast pizzas. I had this Nature's Own artisan style bread, white bread. They had it on sale at Thurns for $2.50 a loaf. Really good stuff. So it's so moist, you know, and fluffy and soft, tasty, flavorful, a little sweet. But my friend Davey, you know, with the big beard, he came over and did some reviews, which I'll post eventually. And he said, I got this extra pepperoni, this extra ham, and all this cheese. Like he bought it out of the salvage store, and he wasn't going to use it all. So I said, I'll do something with it. So I just took the bread and I put the cheese squares all on it. You know, no sauce, no pizza sauce, but that's okay. And then I put the little round, you know, the discs of the pepperoni. And then I cut up some onions, put it on there to give it some taste, and put some black pepper in the Tabasco after the heating. But I put it in the oven on toast and got it really pretty heavily toasted, not burnt in any way though. And it was a really good breakfast, you know. Usually whiskey is made with corn. Yeah, corn is the base, and then they'll add barley. Now you can get whiskey made with all corn, all barley malt, or all rye, but usually it's a blend of corn, rye, and barley. And the Canadian whiskeys are usually a blend of whiskeys. Like they'll blend various whiskeys together that are aged to give it a certain taste. American, they do the same thing in the United States, but at various places. And in Canada, in Scotland, the Scotch whiskeys are the same. Be all kind of different whiskeys blended together. Even Jack Daniels, it's a single recipe, right? Jack Daniels. But they blend different barrels together to give it the right taste. And one barrel might be too sweet, one's too harsh or whatever. They were talking about that. They don't call it blending though. They mingle it. I said, oh, okay, you mingle it. So when you get a single barrel edition, they're just taking all that whiskey out of one barrel. And, you know, they even admitted on the tour it was kind of like a scam in a way, because not a scam. You're not being cheated. It's not fraud. I don't mean it like that. Let's call it a marketing technique that makes people think they're getting way more than they really are. Okay, so just because it's from a single barrel doesn't really mean as much as you think. It might not even be as good as the regular Jack Daniels because it's not mingled together with the other barrels to give it that proper taste. So, but whatever, people love all that kind of stuff. Why do you wake up so early? 2 a.m. is too early. Well, I didn't wake up at 2 a.m. I woke up at 2:45. Well, actually, I started waking up about 2:30, and I laid there for a while. But when I woke up and started making the bed, I said, it feels muggy in here. And when I came into this bedroom, I could feel it was warm, and I knew something was wrong right then. I said, something is wrong. And I felt the vent. I said, uh-oh. And that's it. But that's it. No use worrying about it. That's it. It's like people have a car and they think it's going to last forever, and they'll never buy a new car, and they just keep fixing the old one, which is fine, I guess. But it's like you're constantly going to a repair shop, you're constantly changing everything. I guess if you can't afford it, that's different. You can't afford to buy a new one. But if you could afford to buy a new one, I would just buy a new one. You know, me. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't even want to go through this new unit, not because I don't mind getting a new unit. I don't mind. I'll be glad to get a new unit, AC unit. That's not the problem. It's having the man come over here, and then I got to wait around while he changes it, and I got to make sure I'm home. It's all of that, the aggravation of it. The actual getting the new unit is, I might just keep the inside part though, the big squirrel cage blower motor and all that. That works fine. But we'll have to see. It doesn't matter. I barely ever run my heater. I mean, really, it's never cold in Louisiana. It's damp. Well, if you come inside and put on this little space heater, It gets warm, and you can just wear warm clothes. The heater makes me hot. Okay. That's what it does, right? It's a heater. But we got down to 18 degrees this past year. But that was 3 nights. The rest of the winter, like in December, it got up to 80. It was warm. We were wearing shorts. And in February, it was warm. Everybody was wearing shorts. It's like, what? You don't much need a heater here. Okay, I know what I'm just talking. I know what these are, okay? This is Canadian Club, and this is Royal Canadian. There's no content. It's got that honeycomb, sweet, sugary. Now, people will say Canadian Club's so bland and all that. Well, it might be bland and all of that, but compared to this, it's not bland. Now, I'm going to finish it off. I know, you know what? This tastes just like, I don't know about just like. It tastes very similar to the VO. Yes, Seagram's VO, because that's got that straightforward kind of bland taste, which some people like, which is why it's one of the top selling Canadian whiskeys. All right. So if I make a whiskey that's bland and millions of people buy it and I make all kind of money off of it, well, I guess I'll keep making it. Like Budweiser, people say it's so bland. Yeah, but it's the #1 selling beer in the world and #4 in the United States. Well, people have no taste. That's why, because they're idiots. Okay, well, so I don't believe that they're idiots. They just might like things that don't have a lot of flavor. They drink it, you know, so that doesn't. I had this Speedway Stout. I just posted the video for that. Memory card cut off right at the end, but kept recording. I forgot. You know, this thing doesn't have unlimited memory, but we got the main, we even got the score in, so that didn't matter. Well, yeah, it's fabulous. You know, it's like world class, perhaps even a world class. I said it was a A+, but it could be a world class beer. Fabulous. You mean, you know, obviously it has much, 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 much more taste than Budweiser. But there's not a lot of people that are going to drink that. You say, yeah, but you are a hobbyist. You're a beer fan. You love that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's right. I know a lot of people that aren't hobbyists, and they drink way more than me. You know, like their beer drinking volume is much higher than mine. And like I know a lady, she loves Miller High Life Light. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, in her mind, it's delicious. She loves it. She would hate Speedway Stout. So I'm not over here to preach. I'm just saying that is how people look at things. In my case, a new unit would involve drilling walls. That's inconvenient. Yeah, I don't have to do any wall drilling, I don't think. I don't think they'll have to do any of that kind of business. I think it's just a matter of them unattaching the old unit and reattaching the new, you know, attaching the new one and making it fit what's in here. You know, still going to take a while, but those guys are experts. I mean, it isn't going to be that big of a deal. It'd just be inconvenient. Okay. So this is Canadian Club. Oh yeah, it's got that noticeable honeycomb thing. I don't know what that is. It's not obviously honeycomb, but it's some kind of nice, sweet flavor, like flowers or nectar or something. I don't know what it is. But Canadian Club really is not dull. It's not like nothing. I've heard people say that. I'm thinking I don't think it is. Is the 5-year much different than the 6-year? I couldn't tell much of a difference. Probably a little different. Okay, so let's see. Canadian Club. Yeah, CC. Royal Canadian. Now tomorrow, hopefully. Now look, with this AC situation, everything can be off track. Maybe videos won't be posted regularly for a week. I don't know. We'll see. Could be all screwed up, right? But let's say theoretically on Thursday I plan to do the Royal Canadian versus Canadian Club 12-year aged, which I recorded a video for. I'll post that eventually. I mean, that's not going to be much of a contest, I don't think. But from what I was remembering, when we drank this thing on, what was it, Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday. So like, my friend David loved it. Oh yeah, it's great. You know, he said, I'm gonna go buy a bottle. I'm gonna go buy a bottle, and I liked it a lot. But I don't. Now that I think about it, I don't remember any of that honeycomb thing going on with it. So, maybe the Canadian Club is more of the American style, the 12-year. I gotta think about that. Then after that, I will propose maybe this weekend coming. Like I said, though, it depends on the AC. That could just throw everything off. But maybe this weekend we'll look at Royal Canadian versus VO, Seagram's VO, and that could be very tough because they're very similar, I think. From my recollection, they're very, very similar. And then, but the VO is a good deal more expensive. And then, even though it's not expensive, it's about $5 more per bottle. And then the VO Gold. Well, that's a much more expensive product than the VO. And it's aged 8 years. So that might not be so much of a challenge. But then I'll break open a new product. Oh, you know what though? I won't break open a new one. I'll do the blended Scotch challenges first. I got a bunch of those I need to pair up. Then when that's finished, or near the end of next week, I propose to try to do a new blended Scotch. Yes, maybe. Maybe it's time to break open the 100 pipers. Yeah. 100 pipers. Okay, that would be interesting. All right, thanks for watching this video production. It's been enough time. It wasn't much of a challenge, but it was fun to do it anyway. Fun for me. Hopefully you enjoy watching it. Thanks and have a nice day.